Hi guys, welcome to my new channel. The first video I'm going to upload onto the channel is a bit of an in-depth review into the Ailunce HD1. This particular model is the GPS model, dual band radio, VHF and UHF, supposedly a very high power output, 10 watts on the VHF, 8 watts on the UHF. I haven't plugged it into a test set to go into all of the details and find out if that's true. I'm not really overly fussed personally for what I've been using it for. As I say, I had a couple of these sent to me for testing, with the potential to put them onto commercial systems. Jury's still out on it at the moment. It's not a commercial radio, but it is a good radio for amateur radio use and other bits and bobs. So just a quick look at the radio itself. Build quality for a Chinese radio is actually very good. Is it comparable to a Motorola Hytera or such like? Probably not. Silly little things on this particular radio, for instance, would be the push to talk button. If you hit the button in the centre, it will activate the push to talk. If you hit the button at the top, it won't. Again, it seems like something very irrelevant, but actually in a commercial environment, that's quite an important thing. So yeah, hit the button dead in the centre. You'll hit the push to talk. Hit it at the bottom, it seems to work. But if you hit it at the top on this particular radio, whether that's just on this radio or whether it's across the board, I don't know. But yeah, the build quality is very good. Just trying to give you a bit of a view all around. The side, the speaker mic connection, also for the programming cable. Take this little screw out, open it up, and you'll be faced with what looks like a Motorola terminal. And funnily enough, the whole radio seems to be quite Motorola-esque. So yeah, it's interesting. The battery that comes with it as standard is this 3200 milliamp hour lithium battery. I've had this radio playing with it, tinkering with it for about a week, certainly not non-stop. It's just been picked up, put down, thrown through a couple of our repeaters and such like, just to see how it is, and it does work. The battery life on it, unbelievably, I've only charged this once since having it, and it's still on 100%. Whether the battery readout is accurate on the display itself, I couldn't tell you. But yeah, as I say, this has been used on and off for about a week, probably been programmed 2 or 3 times via the PC, and a bit of front panel programming as well, and it's still showing as 100%. So if it's anything to go by, if the display is accurate, then yeah, it's a good battery. I'll just go ahead and slot the battery in. Nice solid click. And there we go, sort of a side profile with the battery on. And an SMA male and an SMA female connection. Charging dock comes with this particular model as well. Not bad. I've seen far worse from some of the manufacturers. It did come with a UK plug as well, branded to match the radio. And yeah, just give you a view of it in the charger if you want to see that. And then we'll just power the radio up. A 360 degree or a fully turning channel selector on the top, so it just goes round and round and round. And the volume on the right hand side as well. Let's go ahead and turn it on. And the first thing you'll see is that 2 VFOs, like I said earlier, dual band VHF UHF, coverage from 136 to 174 on the VHF and 400 through to 480 on the UHF. A high power output supposedly, but as I say, I haven't gone into the testing of that, and I don't really intend to at the moment. So screen quality isn't bad at all. As I said earlier, the charge is still shown as 100%. I don't know whether I believe it or not. Other people have also reported excellent battery on this particular radio, so maybe it is good. As I say, I haven't put it through its paces on a daily basis. It's just been a couple of these sent to us to have a play with more than anything. So just a quick run through the menu. Main menu. We'll go through the main menu first. Your main settings for the entire radio itself are contained within this sub menu, but we'll just stay on the main menu for now. Band A and Band B, so VFO A and VFO B, or Band A, Band B. Messages, obviously if you've used a digital radio before, you'll have seen this and they're very familiar. Call log, again, same as any other digital radio, missed, answered, outgoing. Contacts, again, you'll have seen this before. Talk groups, etc, etc. Radio ID, again, specifically for the application of this radio in radio amateurs, I guess, you can have up to 32 separate IDs in here, whether that be for something like the Phoenix network or DMR Mark or something like that. You can have 32 IDs in there. An FM radio, which is one of the Chinese novelties by the look of it, that you seem to find on every radio coming out of the place. Just going out too far. GPS, this is the GPS model, so it does work. I've matched it up against a couple of other GPS enabled radios and got the same information back. Encryption, if you're planning to buy this radio to use on a Hytera or a Motorola system, the encryption does not work with another brand of radio, shall we say. So motor turbo encryption does not work with this particular radio, nor does it Hytera. It is some sort of proprietary encryption type from China, from Ailunce or Revetis. There is a normal and an enhanced, probably better known as basic and enhanced. You can define the keys, but the keys are not compatible with Motorola and such like. So if you're planning on buying this as a cheap scanner or to use encryption, unless you're using it with another one of these, it won't work, to put it in a nutshell. The version, obviously the firmware version that's running on board. And back to the top again. Main settings, squelch, should be on it. If you're on an analog channel, obviously you can set your squelch. Save a channel on the fly. Voice, the classic Chinese woman shouting at you. Zone name, so you can name your zones. Vox delay, mic gain. Hang up, which is for your digital talk groups. How long to keep the talk group open for before the talk group closes. Transmission channel, key define, quite a nice feature. You can program your side keys to do a few different things. I've got key 1 short press as scan, key 1 long press as promiscuous, we'll come to that in a moment. Key 2 short, obviously the bottom key is for the DMR time slot, so slot 1, slot 2, and key 2 I've just got it as channel mode, so I can change what is on the screen. Backlight, I've actually got this because the battery's been so good, just continuous, so the backlight is constantly on. You can set that to 60 seconds, 100 seconds, etc, etc. Key beep, I've got it turned off. Key lock, just what it says on the tin. Channel mode, obviously you can, what is displayed on your saved channels. You can have the frequency, the channel, or the name. Scan mode, 3 different options. Not going to lie, I haven't gone into much detail on this, so I couldn't tell you off the top of my hand what the 3 different variations are. Save channel, delete channel, Roger beep, yeah, doesn't sound great. Time, noise tail, obviously for your analog, and yeah, they're your main settings within the main settings menu. We've been through the others. And then if you go into each VFO or band as they call it, you've got the same options, but obviously one for band A, one for band B. Yeah, you've got your zone, so I've called this one local. GPS information, RX and TX, so receive and transmit GPS info. I haven't tinkered with it, I probably won't tinker with it, but APRS or something similar might be useful for your frequency step. Obviously I'm using 12.5k. Power, low, middle, high, so low, medium and high. I couldn't actually tell you what the breakdown is. I imagine it's something like 3 watts, 5 watts, and then the supposed 8 watts, but that's just a guess. Vox level, wide and narrow for an analog channel, timeout timer, CTCSS for various different, you got DCS, CT, CSS, etc., all programmable from the front panel. Channel name, find frequency, whether it be an amateur repeater or such like, dial it in and give it a channel name. Busy lockout, shift up, which is obviously your repeater shift. You can have it off, plus, minus, and then the actual shift itself. So generally 0.6 for an amateur repeater, and that could be various other things for commercial repeaters and such like. Colour code you can change on the fly for a digital repeater or a simplex setup. Encryption type we've already covered, but this is where you'd say it was off, normal, or enhanced. Encryption number, the encryption key you were using. The DMR mode, so a simplex repeater double slot. Double slot is your slot 1 and slot 2 over simplex. DMR slot, slot 1 or slot 2. Promiscuous, a few people have commented on this. Great for amateur repeaters and simplex contacts. If you're unsure of the talk group in use, promiscuous mode will instantly tell you the talk group and play out loud what's going on that talk group. Really handy. It does not scan for colour code, so you can't just as such dial a frequency in and it will automatically open the squelch and tell you what colour code, what talk group, etc. You do have to have that information colour code wise, but any talk group in use, it will just open that talk group and allow you to listen to what's going on and reply. Radio ID we've already covered. This one's got 1001 in it. Contacts, talk groups. There's very, as I say, the promiscuous mode doesn't really need you to have this in there, but it's an RX group list in a roundabout kind of way, which we've just come on to here. So if you've used digital radios before, you'll be aware of RX lists. GPS contacts, I haven't played with it, I don't know what it is for this particular radio. And back to the start again. So yeah, it looks very familiar to maybe another type of radio, maybe one of those. 4801, well, that's an E version, but yeah, styling, you can probably see where the idea came from for the design of this radio. All in all, they're two very different radios at two very, very different price points. As I say, this is a 4801E, so pretty much an all singing, all dancing commercial handheld. No front panel programming, it needs to be programmed from the computer. But yeah, cracking radio, but we're not doing a video about that one. So yeah, all in all, it's not a bad radio. I've bounced it through a couple of our repeaters. This will not decode RAS. There is no RAS option on it for motor turbo systems. And as I say, the encryption is not compatible with Motorola. So for just basic simplex work or through an amateur repeater, I can't really fault it. It is a good radio. It's well built. It's solid. Yeah. If you want to know anything more about this particular radio, or you want to see me doing something with this particular radio, by all means drop a message or a comment below. As I say, it's a new channel. I will be taking sort of requests as what people want to see. If you want to see Motorola stuff, that's my forte. That's what I do a lot of. So yeah, if there's anything specific you want to see about the Motorola side of stuff, let me know. If there's anything specific you want to see about this particular radio, let me know. Thanks for watching, and yeah, as I say, comments below. Any questions, leave a comment. Thanks for watching.